My dearest wife, I hope this letter finds you in these tough conditions. Life in the trenches is rough, and I find myself questioning why I'm out here, fighting in this desolate landscape. The entire area has been devastated by the war. I'm not sure that whoever ends up gaining this bit of land is better off. Recently, I was given some extra rations, and it has me worried. I suspect that something might be up, and I fear that we may be in for another battle soon. When I go into a battle, I'm not fighting for my country. I'm not even fighting for myself. I'm fighting for the man next to me. I'm fighting as hard as I can so that he can stay alive and that we can get through this together. I don't know how long it will be before I can get back to you. Stay strong. With love, Fritz. Hey guys, Stuff here. Quick promo for some of the new products that I've added to the merch store. I got a little inspired and had ChatGPT help me in coming up with some new mugs. So if you scroll down to just below the video, and I'll also add it to the link in the description, you can find the new mugs. Rats in the trenches, coffee is my secret weapon. I may be in the trenches, but I still need my daily brew. These are just some funny mugs so that you can keep entertained while you're having your mug. Or while you're having your daily brew, be it coffee, tea, or something stronger. I mean, life in the trenches is tough. You can find these linked down below in the description or just below the video. Now, hope you'll enjoy the content. Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome to episode 5 of the Great War Western Front. So far, I have been able to hold on to Colmar, Luneville and over here in the north, Lille. The Allies are likely to try again, but they could have some logistical issues. Money. In this game, if you run out of gold reserves, you are not allowed to go on the offensive. This way, you're kind of limited in what you can do. You can, of course, buy supply with these gold reserves, which means that this supply cap over here on the bottom left is going to go up. But provided that you don't have any money, you cannot afford replenishment costs. So with that, you won't actually be able to replenish your groups and or not attack. Because if you don't have enough firepower, if you don't have enough money to buy your troops, you simply cannot go on the offensive. So what I'm hoping is that through the last couple of battles that we had in Lille and Colmar, the Allies have expended a lot of money. I think I've seen a couple of battles where they did 2.5k in reinforcement cost. So their gold reserves are likely pretty depleted. Which means, for now, they cannot go on the offensive. Now, I am still pretty determined to go on the offensive myself. Thankfully, over here in Kreuznach, I have a couple of new divisions. We got companies. We got a couple of groups of conscripts and a couple of regular infantry corps. My plan is as follows. The group over here from Metz is going to push into Bar-le-Duc. The group from Kreuznach is going to relocate to Stenay over here and start pushing into Saint-Menehould. And with those two sectors under my command, eventually, Verdun is cut off, neutralizing this stack slowly but certainly. Because any group or any section that becomes an island or a surrounded region, they slowly lose stars. Island regions lose 1 star per turn if they're surrounded. And by doing that, I don't have to fight any of these guys at all. They are also not allowed to go on the offensive themselves. That is, if they're surrounded. So up until the point where they're surrounded, this group can be pretty dangerous. I gotta be careful. Anyway, we're gonna move all of these guys over and make sure that Stenay is gonna be ready for an offensive next turn. As for research, I got so many things that I would like to research. So many different things that are coming useful to the war effort. Tanks eventually, but that's going to take a while. I'm also looking into supply caches or storage tents, which will get you more gold reserves per turn. That is also very valuable. Intelligence is going to show you what the enemy has. And all of this costs research points. All of this costs money. Up here you also have more dedicated infantry, such as a... where are they? The raiders here? No, that's... sorry. This is makeshift filters. All infantry are equipped with level 1 gas masks. I've never actually made it up to that tier, so I don't know what to do with it yet. improved sights, blast powder. Eventually, you're going to be able to get to flame warfare. And with flame warfare, yes, you can build flamethrowers. They are supposedly not that great, but potentially in tandem with an artillery salvo where you suppress the enemy trench first and then burn them out, that might work. Now again, all of this is going to cost a lot of research. So all of this stuff right now, very nice to have, very difficult to pick. That's the problem, it's very difficult to pick. I could go light shells and then smoke screens, or light shells and rolling barrage. Rolling barrage is a way where you can actually use the barrage as it's moving forward as cover while you're approaching an enemy trench. So this is also quite valuable. Over here we got siege batteries. Siege batteries are very, very big guns, which are capable of destroying enemy trenches altogether, as opposed to just suppressing them. So this is definitely a very potent way of getting rid of an enemy trench that happens to be in your way. But, if I remember correctly, it only works pre-battle. So you can use this, but you can't actually deploy it sort of after the fact. You cannot deploy it in the battle. As for air operations, flight. Flight is, of course, an interesting new development in this war, much like tanks. But early game, they're just pretty awful, and they take a lot of research points to actually make them viable. You start out with fighter planes, and eventually you'll be able to use these to destroy weather balloons. You'll be able to use bombers. You can get airfields. All of these things are really expensive. If you want to get bombers, that's going to cost you 3 research points. And early game, if you just have the fighter planes, they're useless if the allies don't actually use any fighter planes themselves. Because these guys simply haven't learned yet how to shoot down weather balloons, I believe. Oh, sorry, no, they can do weather balloons, but they can't do anything else. They can intercept enemy fighters, they can intercept weather balloons, and that's about it. So yes, weather balloons knocking out is pretty useful, because it means that the enemy is not going to have any visual, and you might be able to sneak up on them a little easier. At the same time, it is a lot of investments. So the way that I feel about it right now, I'm going to save what I have and either go for the gas shells, which are supposedly really, really good, or the trench reinforcement, which will give me a trench that is basically going to render my infantry immune to artillery strikes, or go for siege battery. I haven't yet decided. Now, let's bring the whole stack from Metz over and have a little party in Bar-le-Duc. It's not going to be an easy one. It is not going to be an easy one. I have a ton of supplies available, that helps. I have a ton of artillery available, that also helps. And I'm fighting 5 regional corps. But I need a sweep, so a full destructive run against this region if I just want to get 1 star knocked off. And we're going to eventually need to get 2 of those knocked off. So, knocking off stars, you do that with a sweep. You attack next turn, and by doing that, you're actually able to neutralize both stars and conquer the region. But that is probably going to be a bit of a ways off. Alright, the battlefield is as such that it's 2 L shapes, if you will. So we got Y, command trench, and X. They have A, command trench, and B. I feel like if I position my artillery around position Y, I should be able to get a whole bunch of firepower concentrated on everything that I need. And, because in this game the trenches are persistent, I don't have to buy my trenches again. Even the barbed wire has been restored. This is very, very, very valuable. It, however, works both ways. Their trench network is also still intact. So, yes, you can get your own advantages by having your own trenches intact. But you're gonna still have to work pretty hard, because they might also be building additional trenches. Anyway, I do feel that the AI tends to position their trenches in a way that's only looking towards you. These are comms trenches, so they allow quick transfer from this trench to this. And I've been seeing a lot of comments from people going, you should use more comm trenches. Well, see, the problem with that is, in this situation here, if the enemy is able to conquer this front trench, they can then easily transit here. they don't have to climb out of the trench, they can just walk. And if I then also have a comms trench leading to the last line that I have, they'll be able to do that again. Whereas if I don't have that line and they really want this trench, they're going to have to climb out of their trench, get shot at a lot, and then try and make their way over to my trench. Most of the time, that will allow you to take out all the AI troops. And that's the plan. So that's why I don't use comm trenches that much, if at all. Now, first objective, I'm going to go for Bravo. Why? Because Bravo has a couple of trenches, and these trenches are... well, they're also aligned pretty badly, for my preference, that is. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of artillery if we want to capture all of these positions. Okay, heavy field battery. The problem is, you can't really position them in a way that they can catch everything. Because if I push them all the way out here, they're beyond my trench line. But I can hit command trench and A and somewhat of B. If I put them here, I think this is my best bet. From here, they can push A and B, but not the command trench. Well, a bit of the command trench. Now, let's go with more artillery than I tend to do. And mostly light field artillery, so I can suppress them and just push them out. Now, I do want one more heavy battery so that I can use that to hammer their machine gun pits. The problem with the light artillery is that it doesn't have the range. See, this one can reach B, this one can reach B and a bit of A. But I'm also going to have to deploy artillery here, just to reach A. Let's... yeah, I can push it up pretty far, but I'm not sure how far the allies are willing to move up. So that's always one of these things that you're going to go, Weather balloons could be valuable here, because I could immediately spot A. B? Yeah, I can spot most of B as well. Can I park that here? No. Note how I can also not delete these trenches because they've been dug. And because the terrain is persistent, you're just kind of stuck with them now. So, yeah, the weather balloons can sit over there. Time for some troops then. We got the different groups. We got elite infantry, we got German infantry, and we got German conscripts. Different strokes for different types of attacks. These are higher damage output and resilience. Most likely better for attacking. The German infantry base doesn't get any bonuses or debuffs, and these guys tend to break faster. So let's first focus on some defense here. Like so. And then a couple of elites here, here, here. Because I'm going to go for B first. Seeing as the AI can be a little devious, I'm also going to put some guys here. Can be just your standard guys. I think that'll be it for now. We're going to heavily focus on Bravo. Siege batteries are in position. They can cover most of what I need to mop up the machine gun pits. Got 2 light artilleries there. I got 3 there. I want another artillery battery. This is going to get an expensive attack. It is not going to be a cheap operation, this one. But so be it. Sometimes, especially in this World War I scenario, you just have to invest a lot of stuff in order to get some terrain. Not pretty. Maybe later on in the war, when we actually get the ability to field tanks and use gas attacks. I mean, it won't be prettier, but at least we might be able to make some progress. Alright, raise the weather balloon. And prepare for all guns to open fire. Jesus, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trench lines. Holy crap. 1, 2, 3 machine gun pits and a weather balloon. No field artillery here, as expected. So it's likely camped somewhere back out here, or they tend to do it here. Even got these little plateaus to cross the sometimes not so frozen river, I guess. Anyway, what do I need dead first? Machine guns. I know you can also suppress them and run up to them, but I tend to not rely on that too much. Because a few too many times I've found that that just doesn't work out too well. This one is in a really nasty spot, because I can't hit that. Not with the heavy. Can any of my lights hit that? Yeah, the light can suppress that. Now, fortunately, there's a mix of British and French infantry, so the enemy is going to get a debuff for morale, but not that much. I mean, these guys are still pretty happy at 95%. There's no elite infantry. That's good. Alright then, here we go. Fire all the guns. There goes their weather balloon. They're moving up. That's an interesting choice. This guy's almost down. Hit him again. This machine gun's gonna need a bit more attention. What are you doing? Where do you possibly hope to go? Because you're not going to end up anywhere useful. You're going to end up out in the middle of my trench. I mean, by all means. But you're not coming home. That's one company. That's the other company. I don't have any objectives, unfortunately, because that is a generally pretty nice way to get additional resources. More money, for example. It does look like this trench is almost wide open to attack. Okay, boys. It's going to get expensive, but we're going that way. Everybody comes out of the trench in skirmish formation, so that's excellent. Let's start hammering this machine gun and trench. And this one. And this one. I might be a little early with that, but so be it. I can fire again pretty quick. You guys are going to try and take that. Well, no, you're not going to try. You're going to take that trench, period. Push. Do I still have a battery left? Yeah, hit this guy again, because I want the machine gun to maintain suppressed. I don't have any other batteries, because I believe the other ones are all there. Yeah. Okay, here we go. This company is at risk of getting hit by my own artillery salvo, but so be it. We gotta take these trenches. Get in there. We got some incoming here on the right. I don't like that. Because I'm now defending this side with one battery. Okay. Alternatives will be used. This is a bit rough, using big artillery against these guys, but hey, they gotta go. Over here we have taken the trench, the machine gun is destroyed, and we're taking the whole position. Excellent. This is not so chill, so let's get into the trench, because I don't want to get hit while I'm out in the open. You guys go over there. They are doing an attack. Look at that. Not going very well, but they're trying. Okay, these guys are going to be in trouble. That's a lot of casualties I took there. 54 out of 225 left. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, before I forget to mention it, I'll be streaming this game tomorrow. That is the April 5th Wednesday evening. At least it's my evening. And during that time, I'll be fighting Brother Monroe, who you might know from the fellow Dreadnoughts. Uh-oh. No, those Frenchies won't last. They won't last. Okay, upwards and onwards. You guys get to break away from the field. Please don't do that. Let's move to the other trench quickly. I almost have the position. Now I have learned that, of course, you should already be using this time when the timer stops to make good your next attack. Start pushing somewhere else. Because this is basically free time for the attacker. For the defender, it's bad. There we go. Captured. Now I can start bringing in groups from here. This group is doing fantastic work. Bloody hell, what the fuck? Note how the AI seems to be disregarding the positions where the barbed wire is just fully aligned. They don't even try and make an attack there. Okay, this is interesting. Can I just walk in here? Is that how it's going to be? Because I'd appreciate that. But I kind of doubt it. That's the new companies coming in. What? That's their artillery? Okay. See, and this is why I don't like comms trenches. Because I can use their comms trench just to walk right in. I'm definitely going to need a few more companies to take their command trench. But during said time, I can easily capitalize on them having their artillery over there. In a very vulnerable position. And at the same time, capturing this neutralizes the machine gun pit. And allows me to attack this position from the back. Making it far more likely to succeed. Okay, do we have any half-dead batteries or half-dead groups? Yes. You guys are also going to leave. That's one of their artillery batteries going down. Go in here. Whoa. Crap. Put those in the trenches. You guys, get in the trench. Please take care of this machine gun pit. I have quite the issue with this thing being here. Go on, get it. Good job. Now we're going to hammer their artillery. Yeah, before I try and take this position, I'm going to need a couple more companies. Because this command trench is difficult to take. Go for this. Go for this. You guys go for the battery in the back. They have been making some progress here, but not that bad. And yep, they're definitely trying to sneak their way through here. They'll soon come to regret that. Okay, so far, pretty good. That's another dead company. I don't like the strength of these two, so let's push them out. I'm gonna have to wait for the reinforcements to get here. Because with what I have now, I simply cannot try and take this command trench. It's too heavily fortified. It's too strong. Okay, let's get these. Make sure that they don't try and push in again. Hello. Can I help you? Let loose with the big guns. Right on top of them. They're getting suppressed. And still, this elite group of infantry has not lost a single man. That's nice. Okay, here we go. You are going to sit over there. We're going to try and take that command trench off of them. I don't get why they keep pushing out companies into my lines. All they should be doing is defending. I mean, okay, if this is your intent, by all means, but... Oh well. Don't interrupt the enemy when they're making a mistake. Yep, there's two Frenchies in there. I got elites, which is probably going to help a lot. Nevertheless, I'm going to keep my groups here, because I want to ensure that I get this command trench. And I think that I've been able to neutralize all of their further artillery. Okay, you're going to move there into the forest. Yeah, we got him. Well done. Capture the command trench. Every other group, move up. You guys, pull back. Not through their lines, if you if you don't mind. Oh, they just disappeared. Okay, fine. Once I have this, I should be able to reinforce from here, I think. Not 100%. Otherwise, we're gonna... No, we're gonna come in all the way from there now. Now, let's just get these guys moving. 4 more companies. What can you guys see? Yeah, there's Frenchies about. But is that in range? Yeah, somewhat. Now, ideally, I would very quickly get my forces in here. Because by doing that, they'll be unable to reinforce. They'll not be able to bring any further firepower to the field. Yeah, just there. This is just being held by 2 companies. That's it. And maybe 3 or 4 if you want to count these as well. But without artillery, these guys have absolutely no chance. Not a one. They keep moving them around here as well. The hell, guys? What's the plan here? If there even is any. Grand trench almost secured. I want these guys to move up. You're going to be the defensive company here. Command trench is ours. So far, we're almost at the point where I would like to be. You're going to go here. You're going to move up. Oh, crap. They did manage to get one of my groups. Soon to get another. So let's hammer them and pay them a visit. I don't quite feel like I'm ready for the attack. I'm going to need a couple more groups. Ah, yes, I can reinforce from here. This is fantastic. 1, 2. These are... No, they're too badly wounded. Let's go. All of these batteries on the left are unable to fire. Ooh, machine gun pit. Get in there. Yep, they're suppressed. Push! Get in here. Everybody get in here. Skirmish formation, let's go. That's one company out. Okay, note this icon here on the minimap. They can no longer push additional infantry in because I'm kind of contesting this area because I have infantry of my own here. So at this point I can mop up whatever else is left on the map. And once I capture this, I'm able to completely cut off any way for the French to bring in new troops. But I have to be quick about it. Because sooner rather than later, my guys here will fall. And when that happens, I'm going to be in trouble. So I'm gonna need to buy myself a little time here. Basically suppressing anything that happens to come out of this trench. Ooh, this is gonna get tight. I really don't want them to spawn any further groups. They're gone. More companies, please. Forward. Forward. Everybody's getting suppressed here. Hit them with the big guns. They're out of the trenches. For some reason, they're not using their command trench. Or their comms trench either. I can't quite figure out why. Now, I know I'm marching these guys in column formation. But I just need them to get here ASAP. Before these guys are able to reinforce. There goes the machine gun pit. This is going to fall. They still cannot bring in additional groups. At this point, it's better to start turning into different formations. Keep hammering these guys. Get in there. Or actually get in here. That might be a slightly better spot for now. Get me more elites. They're trying to push me out with everything they have left. That's why we're seeing so many infantry units out here. By the looks of it, they might actually get it done as well. I don't have the numbers anymore. They do. Yeah. This is problematic. Come on. Need more companies in here. Just keep firing the big guns at them. Yeah, they got it again. Crap. Everybody skirmish mode. Expect resistance. Take this. Take this. Take this. They're definitely suppressed. But I don't know how much longer that's going to be that way. Or did they just lose a bunch of folks? Yeah, they probably lost a bunch of folks here. There's another Frenchy group. Get him. 2 Frenchies. Get in here. You guys are half dead, but whatever. Let's go. Skirmish. That's just on the edge of the operational range of the big guns. Push to... Is this a trench? No, it's a comms trench. Crap. Okay. Get in here. No, it is a standard trench. Okay, fine. Let's go. They really can't have much left now. Keep sending in additional companies. I think we got him. It's rush hour here. In this comm stretch. What are you doing? What are you doing? Uh-oh. Not that one. Out of all the trenches you could have been taking. Oh well. March. Skirmish. I should have put them in skirmish a little before. They still got groups in there. Okay, let's demotivate them a little bit then. There we go. It's raining hallelujah. We're about to capture A because I am inside of the reach of A and they're not. It's not by much, but it's just enough. And a machine gun doesn't count. So all I gotta do is make sure that they don't push through their own trench lines. And thereby I'll be in control of this point. And we'll have a sweep. Because they have lost their command trench, they have lost their B point, and they're about to lose their A point. So all I gotta do is just keep these guys here. And by the looks of it, they're not too eager to push out either way. There we go. Job done. Sweep! We've pushed back the enemy and taken ground. The people back home will see this as a success. Excellent. Strike one for the Germans. Another 2143 cost for the Allies. Now, what I find interesting here is that normally attacking is very expensive. In the sense of both money and in the sense of men. But because I used a lot of artillery on these guys, I only lost about 4,000 men, not even that. They lost about 12,700 men and 15 heavy artillery. That's a lot of losses. And I captured all of their trenches. All of their objectives, basically, and they didn't get any. They got a couple of melee combat victories. Well, congrats, but that's not going to win you the war. So, this is a very nice success. I need to do this again in the very next turn to ensure that I keep this momentum. This needs to keep going. And if I manage to do it again in the next turn, then the battle will be mine, and the territory will be taken over. You can see Braugh has lost 1 star. Now, ideally, I would attack again in the same turn, but unfortunately I can't. What I should have done, retroactively, is put a field hospital here, because it would have been reducing the cost even more so. On the other hand, I think this is more useful if you're actually expecting to get attacked a lot, or if you're fighting a battle against, let's say, a 4-star or potentially even a 5-star region. Because then you're definitely going to go for round 2, round 3, round 4, 5, 6, depending on how long it's going to go on for. Whereas Metz to Bar-le-Duc is probably only going to take 2, maybe 3 battles. And that means that the field hospital is not really going to make up for the amount of money that I have to invest in it before. So, that's a good win on Bar-le-Duc. Next turn, next episode that is, we're going to go again. And we're going to try and take Bar-le-Duc from them. Other territories right now, I feel more comfortable defending than attacking. I still got the attack from Arras, and most likely they're going to hit Péronne or Lille again. And, well, I'm pretty thin everywhere. I don't have a lot. I could send, like, 1 unit over here to Ghent, because Ghent only has 1. And the Brits do have a couple of additional companies here in Calais. So, plenty to do next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. Thank you for following the attack. And I'll see you soon for the next episode.